Hello everyone. In this video, I'll try to make a psychological analysis on Gabriel Agreste using the Cartesian cognitive functions, and I will try to make it easier for people that don't know Jungian psychology so they also understand. This video will help us understand main reasons behind Gabriel's actions, which is basically what is moving the show forwards. First of all, Gabriel Agreste is an INTJ. I've seen some forums that talk about his personality type, and it seems that almost everyone agrees that he is an INTJ. It seems pretty straightforward. He is very mysterious, secretive, not very sociable, usually suspicious of other people, always focused on his goal, always making plans. It was especially easy for me to type him since I'm also an INTJ. Looking at his cognitive functions, his dominant function, also known as the hero function, is NI, introverted intuition, which is all about his own future, planning, what he wants, his will. That's basically what this whole thing is about. He's using the peacock and the butterfly Miraculous in order to get the Ladybug and Cat Miraculous. And with those two Miraculous, he is able to make any wish come true. That's his goal and the reason behind almost every move he makes. It already happened in many episodes, situations which he has a plan in mind and he executes it in order to reach his goal.
My plan is slowly coming to place. My plan goes well beyond what they could ever imagine.
I will get your Miraculouses, I will get the absolute power, and then my secret dream will come true!
Also, I think it's important to analyze this function together with his inferior function, the fear function, because they kind of work together. This function is SE, which is all about performance, living in the moment. INTJs tend to favor more their planning than to actually execute them. That's probably why Shadow Moth prefers to let other people do the work for him. He only fought Ladybug and Cat Noir very few times in 4 seasons. His second cognitive function is TE, extroverted thinking, which is basically rational. It's all about making decisions based on what others think it's true. Making decisions with TE is seeing the advantages and the disadvantages of the possible choices. This is his parent function, the function that tends to protect his child function, which is his third function. His child function is FI, introverted feeling. This is the moral function, what he feels it's true or correct. In Gabriel's case, he thinks that acclimatizing the city of Paris in order to get what he wants, it's okay only because of his feelings for Emily. It's a bit immature or, in other words, childish. He even thinks that if he told Adrien this secret, he would understand.
If only I could tell Adrien why I'm doing this. He would understand.
Unfortunately, that's a function that requires maturity in order to grow, and Gabriel needs to understand that not everything in this world is about what he feels. I've seen also bits of a more mature FI, like when he showed his feelings for Adrien and for Natalie.
Imagining all kinds of things.
Right, Father. Thank you.
Thank you, Natalie. For everything.
I also have to point out the main reasons why Gabriel is so protective of his son. As I said, the parent will always try to protect his FI child, but not only his own FI. Adrien is FI dominant, which means that people with FI child will perceive those types of people as more childish. They kind of reflect their child function into others. That's why Gabriel thinks that keeping Adrien safe in his room is the best decision as a father. He also lacks ethics and gratitude, which is FE, extroverted feeling. His trickster function is known as the innocent function. He is unaware of the feelings of others. That's why he is always very suspicious of others, but also why he doesn't care having to destroy a whole city or even accommodate his own son just to make his wish come true. However, there seems to be some people that think that Gabriel is an INFJ because they think Gabriel has FE in his parent faction. The reason why they think that it's because Shadow Moth feels other people's feelings in order to accommodate them. But the thing is that this power only comes from the Miraculous. Actually, he pretends he cares about the feelings of the accommodatized people. The power that he gives to the accommodatized people is not to make them feel better. It's to make his FI child feel better, because he is just manipulating them into doing what he wants. Furthermore, Gabriel also has TI critic, introverted thinking, which is logic, what one thinks it's true. In my opinion, this function is not shown much in the show, but we saw that recently in the episode Gabriel Agreste.
You really think that Gabriel Agreste could be Shadow Moth?
His NE is also not often directly shown in the show. NE is extroverted intuition, which is the different future possibilities. Compared with NI, NE is not focused on one future, but in many futures. And for Gabriel, this is the function of worry. So basically, he is worried about continuing to live his life without Emily, and that's why he gets this impulse of making a plan in order to get Emily back to life. And also, that's why he wants to protect Adrien so much. He is worried about what could happen to him. And finally, the most important reason why he continues to do what he does. SI demon, introvert sensing, is the function of the past. And guess what? The demon function is also known as the corrupt function. NI dominant people, like Gabriel, cannot accept their past when things don't go according to what they want. And then that function will possess them to the point that it controls them and their NI. Those types of people will literally try to change their past because they hate it.
Emily, we should have never used the Miraculous of the Peacock. If we hadn't, you wouldn't be where you are today. I blame myself. Please forgive me, but I will succeed and you'll be back with us soon, I promise. I love you, Emily. This negative emotion I'm feeling, it's familiar.
Maybe it's your son's emotion. You should spend more time with him.
I'm doing all of this so that he can be happy again.
But aren't you in danger of losing him if you continue down this path? Your Miraculous was not intended to be used in this way, Master.
I forbid you to talk to me like that, Nuru!
What if Nuru is right? Am I taking too many risks? I no longer have a choice. I must succeed at any price.
Gabriel will only stop being Shadow Moth either when he is defeated or when he learns to accept his past and to have a bit of more gratitude towards other people. So I hope you all understood the reasoning behind Gabriel's actions. Hopefully I will continue to make these types of videos with other characters. So see you next time.